air.
Yeah.
Comes out of nowhere.
How have they found out? How have they done those tests?
I don't know. Maybe they just like drag a fish in the water ahead of the bear, see how far.
A boat and just see how long before it drowns.
Yeah. I'm sure they save it at the end. Jesus.
I don't know. Have you seen those nature documentary people?
Yeah. Well, the worst part about, well, I guess maybe not the worst, but they never show the nature documentaries. Never really show the successful hunt, do they?
No.
Not never, but very rarely.
Well, nature is cruel. We got a taste of that ourselves right here in the previous map.
Yeah, on Inferno. That was cruel for everyone involved, except for Contact.
No, they were loving it. See, it's going to go on the third map here. It's Nuke to decide, and as Monty was just reminding us, everything is on the line.
Yeah, loser goes home, winner advances to the Flashpoint playoffs. That's a pretty sweet deal. I think you take that bet if you're at the start of the season.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think there was a lot of hype around Contact initially. I think Christine was on that, wasn't she? Talking a fair bit about Contact as being a team that was worth paying attention to.
Yeah, well, I think everyone was like looking at the names of the team and saying,
yeah,
there's some interesting pieces here that should like by default be at a certain level, like, and then everyone just kind of want to pay attention to it. Certainly, they were kind of one of the dark horse picks between them and Havu.
Yeah. Tend to agree. It's hard to know when you're picking based on individual names in a team if you're really doing the right thing. That's kind of my logic too. And I've got to say, I haven't been feeling 100% confident about that all throughout. We're going to see if they could do it, if they can really follow home on the hype that was happening early on. There is an HE grenade already primed down there, and it's only one person that would sort of walk into it at the moment, but if they all group up, it's dangerous.
It's also a stack and ramp room, so it's a good thing they're not committing here, which is what I thought when ships kind of creeped over. There's still a chance Contact falls back into this.
Yeah.
If this is any kind of a fake from the upper bomb site to attack ramp, which it's not going to be, here comes the upper hit.
Yes, it does. A little bit late, Esperanto just jumping around the corner. There's no one defending the bomb site. None at all. I don't know. I don't mind retake strategies, but on a bomb site nuke and a pistol round, how are you going to do that? They have a flashbang set up, actually two of them, and a couple of more grenades behind. So we'll see. It's all going to be on the success of these grenades. Now they get slowed down even more from the counterflash. One coming in. The follow-up from Dapper, and he's going to try and see if they can get in. Oh no! Crashes right into the ground, and now Dapper in a 1 versus 5. They're not even getting through. Look at him. 3 of them dead, even on the rafters, before they even clear the corner. Wow.
That did not work whatsoever. Yeah, you're kind of relying on those flashbangs to be perfect, aren't you? And you could see they were staggered, they were timed from FPX. It just none of them ever actually connected in the proper way.
No, they start the first after the first round. They have combined kills of -1 on on the FPX side.
Oh dear,
it's hard to deal with.
It is. It's not a good look when you hit tab. You know what else isn't a good look? That's now 16 rounds straight for Contact.
Oh, you're right. Oh, it's so absurd. They did win 15 rounds straight on Inferno. That's so stupid to think about. Mitch trying to be quick to fall back. And caught with a grenade in hand with PTR. So it looks like they're going to be fairly safe. I think once you get that first kill, when you've got all the advantage anyway, well, should be a good position.
The only way they can really lose is if FPX just decides to gamble stack somewhere and they kind of walk into it. There's no real resources that FPX has to gain advantage, to gain information. It's just going to be Dry Peaks and Esperanto, who was fantastic on Inferno. Now, he has missed one player sticking by him to flank down ramp room, but unless Mitch can get like 2 kills and really slow things down, that flank isn't going to matter whatsoever.
No, I really don't think so. Good enough attempt from Mitch, trying to see if he could land one of those headshots, but it wasn't going to be possible this time around. Nappa, name we've been certainly calling out plenty, and he'll get a kill. John G will pick up one as well, but the predicted outcome will be following right afterwards. So 2-0 for Contact, and you know, you should try and get some sort of a mental reset for a third map, because this is still just early on, right? They win the pistol, win the second round, probably win this next round, and then I think we're going to get a taste of what FPX could really do on Nuke. I don't want to judge them based on that Inferno performance, really.
No, and I mean, it wouldn't even be fair to, considering they had an equally, maybe not equally, but they had a pretty dominant performance on Dust 2. So we've seen the good and the bad, and hopefully we're just trying to avoid the ugly here.
Grenades outside. They have 3 of them. Not even gonna be trying to use them all at once. Again, just throwing them all over the place.
I think they thought someone crossed. That one, indeed, was all over the place.
Not good, was it? You have to put some more hours into that. Throw them just right.
Well, one flanking up danger stairs. That's going to be Dapper, but again, just USPs, but it doesn't matter against blind opponents. Good shot from Dapper, good kill. Unfortunately, nothing to follow it up with. 3-0 for c0ntact, but here come the rifles for FPX. It's now 18 rounds in a row. 18
in a row. And this is where, you know, for their own sake and just for the sake of having a mentally stronger start on a map like Nuke, you got to see something cool out of FPX. They've got PTR in that AWP. He's been quite good with it. So Inferno was a rough map for everyone involved there on the FPX side, but doesn't mean that he can't still shine on this one. Let's see if he's going to be able to or not here.
Ships with the MAC-10. Oh, good pick from PTR. Esperanto goes right into it. And they slowed down towards ramp room because of the smoke, but with the MAC-10, they might just come through this. I think they might just bait Ships. Here's Mitch on the other side. He's got to be quick, and he can't transfer over. Nice job from Ships, just being a difficult target. Ramp room is lost, and c0ntact is going to hustle to the lower bomb site, but 2 defenders have already beat them there, and Rollin had no idea of that timing.
No, he was so sure that no one was going to be. He's just ready to shoot out the windows. John G with a nice enough pickup, crouched in the bomb site. Now auto to go down. So almost a flawless round coming out of him. FPX only losing Mitch. Not able to peek up any creeks because there weren't any, but
correct me if I'm wrong, I think c0ntact was one of the teams that played that way on the T side of mostly just using AK-47s at times.
Yeah.
I feel like I could be wrong. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I don't normally put that disclaimer in there.
Who's gonna check it? Just say it.
I know.
But yeah, you definitely see how it backfires on a map like Inferno, and
yeah.
On Nuke it could almost be even worse.
Yeah, it could be, or at least, I mean, even if it's just equal, right?
Yeah.
Still, like, please no. But regardless, I mean, they finally stopped the run at 18.
They put an end to it.
There's a positive.
And they survived with 4 members.
Their team.
Yeah, they have that AWP still in play.
PTR, he got the opening kill in the last round, which is another area of the game they struggled with on Inferno. Yeah. So things looking okay for FPX.
I would say so. Again, it's sort of hard if you've been watching it, you know, the whole way through, and you think, wow, they probably have nothing that they can really do anymore. But new map usually, I mean, will bring like a little bit of a mental reset too. It's kind of rough losing the pistol round right away, but even then, you know you're gonna have that rifle round, and the fact that they pick it up in such a good fashion, I think it's gonna help them out.
Yeah, that should get things fired up a bit quicker. Just a nice, comfortable win for that first gun round. We'll see if they can string them together. There was some money left in the tank for c0ntact, and they still have a bit of cash after this as well. Doors blown open, Molotovs exchanged. Chip's gonna make the drop down. Ooh, he misses the vent. It's not even open, and he's fortunate to be alive.
That is not a time to be clumsily flailing around inside of the smoke. That'll probably get you killed 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, it's a real puckered butthole moment.
Yeah, either from heaven or from
Mini.
Anywhere, yeah.
Someone swinging from the bomb site. Could have been a million things. Smoke wall set up late outside. One player already downstairs. That's Mitch. John G in the warehouse, and he's alone here. He's trying to gather information. It's a big risk to try and find this. And you have to imagine he has the timing on the smokes and knows when to back away.
Oh, that smoke clearing. I can't explain that.
I take it back. Did not have the timing at all. Mitch alone, joined by PTR. But the unfortunate thing for PTR, he doesn't want to, but you almost have to get overly aggressive. Now, the nice thing for them is c0ntact has no nades left. They have no Molotovs. They have no smokes.
And there are 3 people here. 2 of them at the ramp, and obviously PTR looking here with the AWP, waiting for the door to open. We'll see. Are they going to be able to follow through? A little bit of a bait out with that shot. 25 seconds. Mitch with a great triple spray down. If he had more bullets, probably would have gone for it. I can't believe they weren't more impactful there, c0ntact. I know the grenades were lacking, but still, you'd want them to trade Mitch after at least the first couple of kills, and they just couldn't.
Yeah, I just can't believe that they call that kind of a tactic, but don't have it, you know, the details ironed out to where you still have smokes and Molotovs to make that play actually work.
Yeah. That is wild. Another round for FPX, though. And they survived with 3 members alive. That was a hero stand here for Mitch. Both of them coming through the first 2, looking for that ramp. And no one able, I mean, the third guy was in much, much later. 3-2, moving into the 6th round. And it's going to be just the 1 AK there. They pick up another one a little bit late into the buy, but still, they're in a little bit of trouble here, c0ntact. Not having the impact that they would have loved.
Ooh, let's see what Rollin can do with this. And he dropped down successfully. John G here's the footstep pre-fires, and that's a nice fight for him to win. Hasn't taken any damage whatsoever, and now they're sitting very pretty with a man advantage in the round, and mostly pistols to go up against. So yeah, this is starting to look pretty good for FPX, gaining their footing very, very quickly on this CT side of Nuke.
That's a cool little, you know, attempt at almost a ninja play coming out from Rallen. I just wish there probably could have been some more help from his teammates in making noise at the squeak door or something, like anything to distract while he's making that play. I think the play itself is just fine, but
I think we might see it again with a bit more aggression when there's more guns out and maybe a second player to drop down for that trade. I think considering the fact that Rollin got there without seeing a whole lot of presence, I think he'll want to go back to it. Ooh,
oh dear.
That's great from Esperanto. Two kills for him.
Backing up to look for more. Hasn't even reloaded yet. He is all in on this play. Crashes will take him out, which puts him at 0.
Oh, is that his first kill from the suicide?
Yeah.
From the drop down?
Kind of funny.
Yeah, a little bit funny.
But it's all tied up now. 3-3. Good to see FPX not just bowing out of this and you know, not making the playoffs after that dreadful performance really on Inferno. Still showing a lot of heart here, and I think just, you know, continuing the fight. Now they've won 3 in a row.
Well, when you're a group of down-on-your-luck ragtag players,
Bears. Go on.
heart is all you've got.
Yeah.
Heart and each other.
That should have been the theme of the movie, but apparently it wasn't.
Apparently it was set your goals low.
Because you're probably going to lose.
Good opening kill from Emmy, the coach. And now they've got smokes to attack the lower bomb site, and now they've got utility, but not to defend against PTR. Molotov to defend himself, keeps him spacing through the control windows. Another pick though, and that's the bomb on the ground. Great flick up and just a near miss.
That's so dangerous. That smoke was up, you know, a second late. That could have cost him at least another player there. 3-on-2 as PTR will continue, and if he missed that shot, he would have been dead immediately. But instead now, he's got the quad kill, and looking for Emmy in a 1 versus 2 win here. Bit of a flashbang. Emmy going to try and see if he can escape the bomb site before he gets shot in the back, which he's going to do just now. I mean, that was a thin margin there.
Dirty Peek Pete. That's a nice sequence from him. He held on just perfectly, and unfortunately, c0ntact used their smoke on the wrong door. Peter was at the other one and able to knock down 4 players. That's a good recovery in a round where you lose the opening kill, where you lose your ramp defender in the initial battle. There was 1 creek brought into that round by c0ntact, and it was not able to be salvaged.
Which is such a shame. I think this kill right here that he gets on Esperanto, that's huge. Because that's so tradable, and then it's a 2-on-1 for the guy coming through the door, which I don't think they're probably winning at that point in time. 4-3. FPX taking some big steps to come back into this game. Now putting c0ntact on Deagles and some armor and grenades too, but they're really starting to assert themselves here in the first half of Nuke. It's looking really interesting at the moment. All right, setting up for the wall. A little bit late, which is fine.
Only Deagles, only armor. Yeah, it's all good. We'll see what they do with it if they can cross over again. Even if they do, they don't really have the utility to make it into that lower bomb site. So, as you can see, they threw the smokes and they fell back. They're trying to fake the fact that they're going downstairs. No one behind the smoke wall. No one is rotated down from FPX either.
And this A-bomb site's very well defended.
Or it
certainly should be.
Are they going to all try and get down the vent?
That's so unlikely, though. Vent, again, is not even... Oh, there we go. I can't believe they actually managed to make through. I was going to say, it's not even covered all the way from the smoke, but they still managed to slide right in. But Mitch is still just the king of this nuclear reactor down here. unable to be taken down. They're not even, again, it almost seems like they don't even know how far in he could see them.
I actually feel bad that Rollin just kind of wandered into the bomb site like that because his teammates have cleared the upper bomb site. He could have just backed away and gotten right back into the vent, but he was way too committed for any other option. Ship's gonna go down for free. Esperanto can't trade, and 5 rounds now for FPX, a 2-round lead over c0ntact.
5-3, yeah. What a run that they're suddenly on. Mitch, I'm so confused by the fact that they... I mean, you can even see where your teammates are getting shot in the legs when you're coming in there.
Yeah.
And every time they go, they just, you know, they end up peeking the ramp. I get why the first player maybe wouldn't be checking that as the first option. And as you said, even more depressing by the fact that they could have probably at least had the bomb plant.
Feels like there was at least the possibility of it. Regardless, it was low percentage either way. Molotov to prevent Auto from getting on to the silo. That should indicate, or will at least sound the alarm bells that there could be aggression outside. So c0ntact's gonna have to spend some time clearing that out, and they don't do it patiently enough. PTR with the opening kill onto Auto.
That's a nice shot.
And the real snake in the grass is c0ntact, just behind these boxes. He can have a fast flank as soon as he feels no pressure.
Smokes up in the front. And they might read the lack of action out here as a sign that no one showed up. Esperanto the whole way through, and right at the last second his brain told him, you know what? You've done a good job.
You've done a good job, champ.
That's an incredible commitment from Crashies. Double kill inside the Molotov.
I see people clear that angle out. I know it's like a very deep angle to check and clear, but at this point, surely people are just ultra cautious with it, especially when that smoke is up.
Yeah, it's one of those things, right? It's also because if there was someone that was going to shoot you in the back, then you're already taking that risk by turning, you know, the first
90 degrees?
Yeah.
Might as well go to 100 degrees.
Just go a little bit more. Just take the next. But I mean, it's easy to say when you're not actually there. 6 in a row for FPX.
Hero AK picked up by Esperanto. I don't know if it's designed or out of frustration. Ooh, he almost hit a timing. He got about 5 free shots with no rebuttal from FPX, and unfortunately, he comes away with nothing. This position from c0ntact is going to be really difficult to clear out. That's a Krieg picked up as well. The first of potentially many.
Even just one, it's going to be hard to deal with.
Well, Dapper in the upper site, Crashies on top of Hut, and PTR is going to climb the heaven ladder very quickly when this hit comes in.
They're waiting to explode out that door once again. See how much Crashies can catch them. Last time they just they managed to get down the vent pretty effectively. This time they're not even doing it. Bomb is spotted immediately. And I like this from Crashies saying, you know what, staying up at that Hut is kind of risky. So trying to see if he can take the fight right into Hut instead. And it did go down eventually. Rallin in a 1 versus 3, and they have HE grenades and everything else. So I mean, he was going to be dead no matter what in that.
Yeah, he was dead about 100 different ways. FPX now piling it on 7 in a row.
Yeah.
Really coming back nicely after Inferno, doing a little bit of reverse service. Taste of their own medicine, so to speak.
That they don't like it.
They don't like it at all.
Not happy about it.
Well, now they've picked up 3 Kriegs. Rollin, Ships, and Auto all have those equipped, so...
Setting themselves up to finally win a round, or
setting themselves up to just get steamrolled in the rest of the half.
yeah, digging it even deeper. If that's possible at the moment. c0ntact, nice flank out. Taking down Esperanto immediately.
It's always possible, Anders. Ooh, Auto's down very low. 22 HP. Good kill from Ships. c0ntact with that Krieg. He's got a double now. That's an important trade. And he still has full HP. Towards the ramp room we go. So Mitch is going to be called upon next. And now he doesn't want the fight. Had his opportunity, but just survives and drops down.
Pretty sure Ships took him down right through the wall, didn't he? That would be a fun replay to watch. Look very deliberate. Still over a minute as everything comes to a bit of a halt right now. c0ntact have the ramp room, but that doesn't really mean anything on Nuke, unfortunately.
Crashies has an angle deep in towards lobby as well in dark spot, or old dark spot. Just waiting. No indication yet, but this is a great warning system, and this is a tough angle to check and clear. if you're c0ntact. And Otto with no HP, he doesn't have the health to clear this angle. He's going to go down for free. Easy kill for Crashies. And there's c0ntact again. That Krieg can only get the one.
Gotta make sure they don't, again, try and make them not have any more Kriegs. At least 2 to be able to pick up here. They're probably going to want to save that AWP. Crash has already got the one, and Mitch has one delivered straight to him. That's good. 2 Kriegs and an AWP and an 8th round for FPX.
Round 1, you've doubled your Krieg count. Things are going good for FPX.
Yeah, all is really well at the moment. I am starting to get nervous. I was saying, didn't look like the ship was sinking after all.
All right, so the boat's leaking now. It's not sinking, it's leaking.
Yeah.
You're seeing the signs, some water coming through the cracks. You see bears out in the distance. They've swam 40 miles. They still have 20 miles to go.
Ready to eat some of those survivors.
They're hungry bears as well after that intense workout.
Yeah. Yeah, it's scary at the moment, for sure. One early kill there for ships taking down Dapper, but here's where the Krieg could do some of its best work. Just a narrow angle, able to completely chew them apart. The grenade will absolutely end ships. And oh, a 2 for 1. Absolute touchdown.
It's like someone was wearing a magnet and just pulled that nade into him.
Yeah, that would be the wrong way to go.
Some of my finest work, that line.
Like a Counter-Strike X-Men kind of crossover.
Yeah.
Surely hand grenades would do nothing at all to Magneto, though. He could just stop the shrapnel, so...
Well, the explosion would still do something, you'd imagine, if it was close enough.
Maybe. I doubt it.
Really?
You could create like a shield out of the shrapnel and deflect it.
That sounds crazy, even for made-up superpowers.
Dude, it's a great superpower. I like it.
PTR now deep angle with the op in ramp room. Mitch is still there as well, but he's going to be left alone.
Someone should make like a superhero mod instead of the Warcraft 3 one that we had for 1.6.
Okay.
Do like an X-Men mod.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, don't do that before you remake Oil Rig.
Okay. I can appreciate that. VIP mode first, and then X-Men mod.
I have a standing offer. I'll chip in some money to get Assassination and Oil Rig made.
We'll find a way. Someone must know how to do it. Some delayed smokes outside.
This happened on Dust 2 as well. FPX uses a lot of utility early on. It's like they're willing to just say, just don't beat us fast. Like, we'll play any slow mid-round you want. We'll play any situation you want, but we're going to use all our nades to make sure that nothing fast can occur.
This is exactly where you want the Krieg, although the smoke will make it a little bit rougher. They're all in mini. Good kill there. Crashy's missing a huge opportunity. He's getting a little bit of back clear. c0ntact showing up to get 2 kills, and now it's collapsing completely. 30 seconds to the 1 versus 3, and Dapper will win that last fight. And that is... Oh, Mitch not even getting... Oh, he did get the Krieg at the end.
He got it at the end. Still 2 in hand for FPX. Man, that's a heroic effort for c0ntact. Give him the Krieg back in his hand right now for that play. He pushed through the smoke and warehouse outside to get a double kill to slow down that hit, because that was starting to look like trouble.
Especially as Crashy's, you know, missed the first headshot and then got spotted.
The nice thing was you could almost see him towards the other side of the bomb site silo, just look at his teammate Dapper in hut, and he was just like, I trust you, bro.
Yeah, you've got it.
That was a nice moment. Romanticized a bit. Ships is going to try and get down vent. That's a nice pop flash. He's going to do it. He's burning a little bit down to 50 HP. And now the ramp pressure comes in. But it's Peter. He has no idea. They've already gotten past him. He's going to go down. Mitch with the Krieg. And he switches to a smoke. That's not the play. It's not the one.
No, it's definitely not. I like that as well from Crash. That was a cool attempt to try and go for that flank, but it was caught by Esperanto, finding a 3rd kill in the round. And c0ntact going to be shot in the knees.
Esperanto got 2 there.
Yeah, he did.
He got Japper as well. So that's pretty brutal. Trying to have a fast flank out hut, but c0ntact finally on the board again. They stopped the run at 10.
Which is... It's something. I won't say it's great.
It's definitely not great.
It's very much like... There comes a point, Jason, when, you know, when you're close enough to the ground that you're not going to be celebrating pulling that parachute cord finally. You know? It's like, yeah, I got it.
Well, I don't know. It's the difference between, like, broken legs. You know?
Yeah, I don't think that's where we're at right now. I think...
Okay. It's still too late for the cord.
It's still too late. Broken spine, maybe.
Ooh.
It's still... lucky if you get out at all at this point in time.
How much do you want to bet Mitch jumps up on that silo again? What are the odds he plays for a third time on top of the silo?
It's been working out great for him, so I don't see why not. He might be receiving, you know, an incredible amount of radiation being up there, but you know, it's worth it.
Nah, it's too late now. I don't think he can get back, although maybe when the smoke clears, but he's got Janji this time to help out. Oh, that's nice. Pulled the attention away. Man, if you're going to open that door, you might as well swing for the fight as well. They're starting to back away, but I don't think Mitch realizes there's one directly behind him at the other door.
Back to his old position. With the door open, I mean, it's...
Maybe he's trying to get superpowers.
Maybe he already has them. They're trying to get up the vent. 45 seconds. They've got ships flanking from the high ground. That's a powerful position if you can get the one opening kill you need. No one's watching it, which is kind of amazing. But again, if he doesn't get at least one opening kill, now Dapper is looking for it. He sees the top of his head, but Ships is still going to win the fight. That's kind of a strange scenario there. 25 seconds. Crashy stopping the bomb inside. Emmy going down. Now 22 seconds. Goes for another one. A great headshot, and Ships doesn't have health to go for this fight. He's going to be dropped. What a round from Crashy's. 3 for him and 11-4 overall for FPX. That's such an incredible first half.
You can't even blame Ships. Crashies was in that whole time, and Ships gets the opening kill, thinks it's all clear.
Did what he had to.
Crashies did the perfect play to get into that bomb site, slip into that position, and nobody knew anything. That's a phenomenal half for FPX recovering from Inferno. 11-4, including a 10-0 run in the middle of that half. We're going to a break. Then we find out who's eliminated from Flashpoint 1, so stay tuned.
final half to decide who's going to be going through the playoffs and who's going to be all the way out. Right now, things are looking really tough for c0ntact. In spite of, I mean, a good start, clean start, right? And then they just went on a huge loss streak. FPX bringing it right back.
There's a new development in our Bad News Bears fanfiction.
Yeah.
The longest recorded swim of a polar bear was 642 miles.
No way.
426. Sorry, I really got that all screwed up.
Yeah, are we sure it wasn't just died and floating? Like, that doesn't count.
I'm sure someone was checking periodically, but either way, you know, yeah, you're 400 miles out to sea, you're going to go down. Roland and Emmy have put a stop to this upper rush. It's 2 attackers left for FPX. And they really don't have a chance here. That's a nice spin from Emmy, but he's bailed out from a teammate.
That looked like it could backfire, even in a 2-on-4, but they do win the pistol round here in the second half, and it's about time.
And boy, did they need it, considering the only rounds they got, or the 3 of the 4 rounds they got in the first half was the pistol round and the 2 ensuing. So they won that pistol, and they better hold on to this advantage for dear life.
Yeah, that was a long fall from the beginning of winning those 3 rounds, losing 10 in a row before finally picking up another one. That really can't happen again. See if they're going to get a chance here to do better in the second half. They are on the defensive side, which is not always going to be, you know, quite enough on Nuke. A flashbang here to set it up, but just obviously nothing to Emmy. I feel like that's almost the
Bomb made it down. Bomb made it down. They might plan. Get there.
No. Good idea. Cool little plan. I like it. Those flashbangs you throw in for the ceiling on Nuke, it's like
not reliable.
It's like every one of them works for one position, but there's like 10 positions you can have.
Yeah, there's 10 positions you need to flash.
So if you see that there's nothing, it's no impact on Emmy at all.
Oh, Shiza.
That's a lot of Kriegs.
That's 4 Kriegs brought into the 3rd round, and if c0ntact win this cleanly and pick those Kriegs up, FPX is in for a rude awakening.
Oh my god. Ooh. They're done. Throw the Kriegs over the fence. Get rid of them.
Abandoned ship right now. You just get it. We're done. Pull the cord.
Get him out.
Abandon.
Take all the Kriegs back to T-spawn, throw a Molotov, and burn everyone alive. And burn the Kriegs. Make sure they can't pick them up.
Actually, just go back to T-spawn and save. Call it a round. Try again in the next one. Seriously, I'm not even joking about that. You can't be thinking, if you're FPX,
that this is a good idea.
You have 3 players with a combined 28 HP.
Yeah.
1 accidentally thrown nade.
Yeah, they're in so much trouble, aren't they? A minute left. Trying to lead it. Here is PTR. It'd be a miracle if they could turn this around. They've already been spotted.
Oh, no.
The AUG will do it. That's a lot of creeps on the ground. PTR with 1 in return, and doing a little bit of damage. This is at least something. If they get more kills, that'll at the very least stop people from picking them up. Long range here, and maybe they can't even get to them. It's all worked out. I think they're going to get the 1 there, but otherwise...
Okay, that's not the worst thing in the world.
Surprisingly saved by the quick death. That's risky.
That had me all sorts of stressed. All sorts of stressed.
Glad to see the AUG getting a bit of recognition, you know?
Are you?
I mean, it's not that bad. It's just being completely outshined by the Krieg. But it deserves a little love every once in a while, doesn't it?
I mean, I've never once thought that before 2019.
No, never occurred to you.
No.
Well, you've time now. Give up on the dualies, Jason. Embrace the AUG.
Listen, the dualies will have their time in the sun. They're the next gun to get overly buffed.
Okay.
Increase the accuracy, increase the damage, increase the rate of fire.
Put burst fire on both.
Maybe just change the weapon entirely.
Oh wow.
It's not bad.
They just all leaned into it. Slowly as well.
Well.
Crash is up here waiting, not realizing his team is already dead. Saying, guys.
So your first gun round is completely shut down.
Oh. Esperanto's already had 1 ace. Well, certainly had an ace on Infernal.
He's got another one here on Nuke.
There we go.
All 5 kills and all 5 players surviving. So you pass a Krieg over. Emmy picks up a Krieg that's salvaged. Your first gun round gets absolutely obliterated. You had no chance of even getting close to winning the round. And now all 5 players on c0ntact survive, and they're all rich already.
What if they made it so that both the dualies had burst fire. You could shoot them simultaneously.
Like
6 bullets.
the burst fire as it's currently situated?
Yeah, but double the burst fire.
I don't want that.
Alright.
I don't want that at all. Now if they made each dualie a deagle, two P250s, now we're cooking with gas.
Alright.
John G is going to jump right through and find the entry. Esperanto just coming unblinded. And there's Otto finally with a response, but they've lost the bomb site. And c0ntact now with that kill on Rollin, it's time to save.
Wow. What a take. What a powerful way to rush that A bomb site. That worked out incredibly well. A bit of a fight initially to try and see if they could fight their way back, but the counter grenades coming out were also really good there for FPX to hold on to it.
Who did Jonji kill?
I am not sure.
Because he's mad. I think it was Emmy. But you just don't ever expect anyone. That smoke that's thrown at the vents, right? You're expecting someone from FPX to run through the smoke and get down the vent. Instead, Jonji just jumps through it and turns left. And that's what catches Emmy off guard, I think. The craziness, the insanity.
The Krieg is gone from the CT side. Org and AWP are still alive. But that's going to be 12 rounds on the board for FPX. So, not going on the same terrible dive that c0ntact experienced. So, I mean, from their point of view, yeah. Wow.
I mean, the nice thing for c0ntact is they at least did it for this round. Probably not anymore. But there's what? I mean, FPX, they have to burn through 2 more buys from c0ntact to get that economic reset. Now, the problem is, if FPX do win those 2 rounds, the reset is basically the map is lost. So c0ntact have to avoid that at all costs.
They've got a double ult setup, which could be just fine on Nuke. It's a little bit scary if you see the kind of execution that you saw earlier. Here's the rush up on top of Mini, jumping right down, a little bit of a chance, and oh, they stopped both of them. I thought that was actually going to be a complete disaster. Esperanto run into the flames to die for no reason.
Well, Ships ran through the smoke for no reason, and he got his face taken off, so now it's to the lower bomb site we go, and oh, there's 2 defenders down here already. There's 1 smoke, 1 Molotov to use to block off these choke points, and there's the op zoned in, and you can see Emmy did not want to repeat that. There's the first smoke, flashbang in as well, and they're going to take control of this part of the map. Emmy under so much pressure. Nade is out, now the M4, but Crashies has the win.
Nice shot from Otto, wants to go for it again. Mitch will take him down. And now with the bomb planted in a 1 versus 2, the Molotov will actually force Rallen. They know exactly where he is. Trying to see if he can fight Mitch, but he won't be able to. Taking him down. Nice double kill for Mitch. And FPX, I think, almost gifted a chance back into that round.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what's going on.
Ships got to be feeling the pressure to come through a smoke like that. There was not even a full commitment to that upper bomb site yet, and the defense had handled it perfectly. They had the 2 opening kills. You don't need to take that risk quite yet at that stage in the round. Now, c0ntact has to rebuy entirely everything. And this is the nightmare scenario I just mentioned last round at the start of it.
I mean, Esperanto dying was even more confusing, right? He was returning from a super successful defensive mini. They took down those 2 players outside. He ran right through the fire. He may get tagged from the door. I'm sure that's probably was part of it, but still. That is... Well, that could actually be the round that almost cost them the chance of the playoffs here. Oh, what a nice shot. Yeah. Rallen to take down Mitch.
That's fantastic. Dapper's crossed, though. Rallen has no idea just yet. He's blind. He has no hearing. He has no indication this is happening. That's a big fight. An even better one from Dapper. Another trade from Mini. And Dapper's going to go back for it. 3 on 2. But Dapper and PTR are pretty beat up.
They are. Esperanto and Otto, though, both of them moving around the map. Looking for a way to get this done.
He got spotted at the last second.
Surely, yes.
Missed shot from PTR, but Esperanto knows he's in danger. He knows one's in warehouse. That's who he wanted to come eliminate. That's a dangerous shot to take. Otto still making plays. He's got control of lobby.
Crash is making noise, and that's definitely been heard. Oh, nice shot. Esperanto doing all of the work outside all of a sudden. Big double, and Otto able to pick up that kill on PTR.
You're exactly right, he made noise, because that's the communication that caused Esperanto to snap up towards Silo. Yeah. And c0ntact avoid the reset, so they're still in the fight. Double up setup now for the CT side. Can do some very powerful things. However, retakes are going to be really dicey, especially on Nuke.
Oh yeah, you're almost gambling on not doing retakes.
Not having to retake.
Like, this will work so well, they'll never even get onto a side. 9-13. This is so close now. It's hard to really say how this is going to turn out. FPX, I think, were kind of lucky to have that previous round, but they couldn't follow through and shut down the economy, which is what they needed. And as a result, I don't know, it's a pretty open game still. Esperanto always thinking about it. He sees the trajectory of that grenade, but he doesn't want to just test it.
Oh, they've dropped on vents. They're going to the B bomb site, and it's only Ships here with one of the AWPs to defend. If they get control of this bomb site, oh, they're in so much trouble. Ships had to give up the angle. That's a good recovery. Dapper walks right into it. Esperanto adds on top, and so does Otto. And all of a sudden, this round feels much less dangerous, and that's a brilliant shot into the smoke.
Grenade first, and then the AWP shot. Mitch trying to pick up that bomb, but even that will cost him half of his health, and Esperanto's looking for him. I can't believe it. They're actually fighting their way back into this contact, and the economic damage is so heavy for FPX.
Where did Esperanto get those kills? I cannot believe that round just swung in the other direction so quick. FPX had pretty much every advantage, especially when Ships gets caught with an 8-out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he doesn't die, but you think he's going to fall back. At the very least, you think a plant is at least coming in.
Hard to stick around on that ramp when
Yeah.
you've already been shot like that.
Good for him.
It's 10-13, but that's not really the point. It's the money that they're starting to build on contact. It's the huge economic loss from FPX.
Yeah.
They actually had them right where they wanted them a couple of rounds ago. Wow.
Which, I mean, to let him back into the game at this level is pretty interesting. It's going to be frustrating, I think, for FPX when you think about it, because they'll had to have known that they had the economy at such a breaking point after those 2 wins.
Yeah. That's... you might not get another chance like that. Esperanto was 24-13. So he was having a good game
on Inferno.
On Inferno, yeah. And now showing us a lot right here.
All right. Double op setup worked the first time, or actually both ops are in ramp room. Ships and Otto there at the start. Janji, oh, they're going to just bust open. It's a timing hit towards the upper bomb site, but it is shut down so ferociously by Emmy with a triple kill. Even Janji getting one through the smoke. That's Rollin. Nothing you can build upon there. And for PTR, it's just a matter of that smoke fading before he dies.
Yeah, getting spotted right away. Good quad kill for Emmy, putting him a little bit higher on the board, and now 11-13.
He also had a great Inferno, Emmy, over towards the B-bomb site. He did fine work for someone whose name normally doesn't get called as much as his teammates.
It's been a very tricky second half here for FPX. In spite of the fact that they've had a few gifts come their way, they seem to have followed through on a bunch of their executions. I think they still look like they're pretty composed, but contact are starting to come alive a little bit. It's like they let their foot off the gas just a bit, and now they're right back in the race. Nice peek.
Even in my head, I'm just saying, this is a terrible fight to just swing and take. Hopefully he has some utility, but fair play. Fair play. Good opening kill from Crashies. 14-18 for him. Otto with that flashbang, gonna peek up, finds an easy one, and he even gets away. No, the molly spreads.
Almost.
Almost. Just burned his little toesies off.
Did. Just crisp little sausages. That's maybe not what you want to think about, but now you are.
Thinking about his toes as actual sausages.
Don't bite him, though. Ships is flanking John G. Should be a kill that could at least bring it back into a 3-on-3 and also reveal a lot. There it is. And now FPX, the rest of them, they were waiting right. They were probably communicating with John G the whole way through, saying, how far along are you? When are we good to go? Let's go and get this bomb down. Now they have 3 Molotovs left still, but what an angle from Ships here.
He has a Krieg as well. They need to use a Molotov on this door at some point. There comes the Molly. They now know his position. They can just ignore it for the moment, but that bomb needs to get planted. And it's a risk, but he's safe. Actually, a big risk.
Yeah. They just decided no one is going to be opening that door. They still have 3 Molotovs left on FPX, so they can...
It's one smoke,
though. Yeah,
there
is a single smoke on the CT side. You're right. That is really, really worth looking for. This retake for Contact could be absolutely everything. Setting it up, and Emmy going down right away. Some good spam coming through and some more damage, but that doesn't matter. They need the kills, and the smoke has already been used. There is a third Molotov still in play. I don't think they're going to be able to do this, and it goes down towards the door. Rallen with a kill at least, but he's alone in a 1 versus 2, and there's still time already on that bomb, so it'll be 14 rounds for FPX.
Yeah, Rallen was pretty committed.
Yeah, he was.
He wanted to take some guns away at the end. He knew he was going to go down regardless of whether it was the bomb or not, but...
It's actually John G top of the scoreboard for FPX.
He's had some crazy entries. That's wild. That's a quick peek. We saw it from Esperanto's POV. But Janji's the one who's been jumping through smokes into the upper bomb site when he was on defense, coming to that smoke and warehouse to get kills in mini. He's had a very active game.
Again, they just seem so composed in their planning here, FPX. That worked out even if Jonji, who was flanking over at the B hallways on the other side from outside, he got taken down early in that approach. They still very composed, you know, go for it, get the bomb down, Molotov off the door, Molotov it again, a third time even. Like there's no one that seems confused about what the plan is, at least, you know?
Contact is all in on this round.
Yeah.
Again, FPX just have him by the balls.
Auto out here, diagonal line. Could have maybe been a kill. It's going to be at least tagging up Dabba, who's been a little bit more quiet here on Nuke. 10 to 20 for him right now.
Oh, that is
chance.
so close for Crashies and Auto, for that matter. To the lower bomb site we go. This could be the series winning, the playoff allowing round for FPX.
Trying to make a run. Ooh. I have said Dabba was quiet, but that is an entry that's worth so much.
That's a loud entry.
Yeah.
A powerful statement of an entry. And remember now, this is everything Contact has in terms of money. If they don't get any clean kills here, if they don't get a clean fight that they want to take, it's going to be worth it for them to save. And they might be forced to. That's a huge kill for Rallen. They can still go for it, but what a frightening prospect.
The problem is when you get that kill, right, then your whole team is so motivated to try and go for the retake. I think I agree, otherwise they wouldn't have done it, but you could end up losing the rifles now instead. You could almost be baited into it. Nice shot from PTR. Now it's definitely time. Khalil there, it's going to get taken away too. AWP is gone next. Surely Otto can't make it out. He's going to get the one kill. Smoke is up. Oh, he almost took him down through the door. But yeah, he's going to be backing on out. So the AWP will live, but only barely. It's going to be 15. It's going to be series point now for FPX.
Yeah, and what are they going to have to fight with? I don't think it's going to be a whole lot. That is a nice opening kill from Dapper. And man, it's not pretty.
No.
They did not even have they didn't have any kind of a losing bonus built up. It was just one round, so they only got $1,900 for it. Oh dear.
That's so rough. I
feel bad.
If they hadn't got that kill on Crashies outside, they probably go for the full save. They just say, you know what, it's not worth it. They get that kill and they're like, all right, 4 and 4.
Even with that kill, it was. I mean, it's such a tough position to be in if you're Contact, because FPX is going to get to 15 for free if you save, but they didn't have any kits. They didn't have enough utility to really make that work. Just, I don't know, what an impossible call to make at the time. FPX just one round away, and they've got 4 chances to eliminate Contact and book themselves a ticket in the playoffs.
Crashies did blow open the door, but smartly, and does not want to try and challenge it afterwards. Throws a flashbang and starts to back on out. I think Esperanto's actually starting to, or at least getting close towards trying to do it. Might even go for the peek inside. It would make sense for them to do something here, Contact, given the weaponry and the overall utility they have on that defensive side. Are they going to throw a bit into A and then go yard with everyone?
Let's find out. They're at least attacking towards Otto, so Otto has a real chance, and he has to step in front of the Molotov. He has to do something. Spam coming in, more bullets hitting, and he can't do anything. They either saw or heard the tick of the Molotov, but Janji's got another opening kill. Lobby crunch for Contact. They're going to take control, and it's all desperation now for the defense.
Oh, and they get caught coming up. It's a nice idea for Remy. You could see why. Ronso watching his teammate fall down from that ladder. Almost walking into the bullets there. This is such a nightmare. 11 to 15. 3 people left alive on Contact, and they're so far spread out right now. FPX have got pretty much whatever they want right now. Ships will go down next, and now it's Rel and Esperanto to try and keep the dream alive for c0ntact. It's not looking good right now. Jonji will go down. Esperanto, you need to hit those headshots, and now it's just for Mars. 1 versus 3 behind here, and FPX, they must have found a way to do this. Down to the vent they go with 10 seconds left. It's going to be a bomb plant. Wow, they are absolutely outplaying them in this final round.
Yeah, this was a well-done round from FPX. Cautious until they realized they had the op on the ground, until they found out there was no weaponry for c0ntact, and then it was just ruthless. This is, I mean, a bit of a weird series considering the dominance for each team on Dust 2 for FPX, and then Inferno for c0ntact, and the dominant fashion in which Nuke started for FPX. But this turned out into a battle.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the second half of Nuke.
Yeah, it was definitely way better. And you're right. I mean, a lot came down to just, you know, the call to go for that retake, not having the money. That made a big difference. Man, close at the end, but that means c0ntact are out, and FPX make it to the playoffs. What a story.
That's phenomenal. I'm happy for the FPX guys. I'm happy for myself. I'm happy for you. We got to go have a beer. So we'll see you guys at the blind spot.